This week's Extra Life on F5 Live Refreshing Technology is proudly powered by EXA. EXA brings the latest technology to gamers, offering the most immersive products for the ultimate gaming experience. They've compiled the best elements of cutting-edge ENC tech, the latest in Bluetooth 5.0 and 7.1 surround, plus extra features into their headsets so everyone can enjoy a sensational gaming experience. And they've got headsets for Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC. Plus, they won't break the bank. Learn more about the headsets that are available and any current promotions by going to f5live.tv/exa. Well, Netflix is making a big move with their games brand. For those who don't know, Netflix has a service called Netflix Games as part of your existing subscription where you can get mobile games included. You can play them on your phone, tablet. And so far, most of the games have been either low profile or in-house IP. For example, a couple of games out of the Stranger Things catalog. Something from Love is Blind. I know there have been others as well, but those are the ones that come immediately to mind. And then other low-impact things. Mahjong, a couple of Dash-type games. But there's not been anything truly compelling in there. Until now. This month, December 2023, Netflix Games is going to add the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition. So those are like the three, what kind of everybody agrees are kind of the pinnacle games of the GTA franchise. It's GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. The timing on this is an interesting kind of middle ground of a couple of things going on. First, the initial trailer for GTA 6 is set to drop in a little less than, I think, 48 hours. I think it's Tuesday at 8 Eastern. So GTA is on people's minds right now. There are rumors based on the imagery, based on some, possible leaks, that GTA 6 is going to take place back in Vice City, of which that is one of the games included here. And we know that Netflix has been working on a prototype and a test of a TV-based service for their games. And perhaps this will all launch together. It would make sense. You'd be able to play from your from the mobile controller app that is available in the mobile app stores. And you could see the game on your TV. From what we understand, it's supposed to work somewhere in the category of the Google Stadia. We'll see how that works, once it launches wide. But this may be like, hey, look, we have this service, we're putting it on the TV, and here is a flagship launch game. I can definitely see that. And people are talking about GTA right now. It seems like a kind of a perfect storm of things that could really work out for Netflix here.
Yeah, so how would you play it on the TV? Like, is it something where there'd be controllers for your Roku? Like, how would you actually control such a game?
So, the thing that was really interesting about Google Stadia, one of the things that was really interesting was anywhere that the app existed, there was the controller actually could connect directly to Wi-Fi because it was all streamed. You don't have to have the commands and the visual connected in any way, shape, or form. And so you could connect the controller direct to your Wi-Fi. You could play. All you had to have was the app on your TV, and you were off and running. So it looks like that's how this works.
So you'll need to buy what to you'll need to buy a controller, a Wi-Fi
Nope.
controller.
It's a mobile app right now. They've already got it's already in the store. We talked about this ages ago now. When they first
Right.
started this test, there is a mobile app that you can download that is a mobile controller that is adjustable in controls, so it can adjust game to game. And then there's the possibility that hardware could come. But to
Right.
launch, all they would need is a place where the Netflix app already exists on a smart TV, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, wherever, and the Wi-Fi connected, the network connected mobile switch or mobile controller
But then you're playing on your phone, right? I mean, you're using your phone as the
as the
controller,
controller. So you'd be
which is
playing
not
here,
necessarily a great experience.
right? So it's always possible that hardware could come. There's always the possibility that they will support controllers on the platforms that have them. You know, the gaming consoles, any TV that can have a controller plugged into it. For example, the LG TVs. I know for a fact you can plug an Xbox controller into them because that worked on Stadia as well. So other possibilities. You know, a lot of Samsung TVs have, and I think Sony TVs have Bluetooth, so maybe you could pair an Xbox or a PlayStation controller to those and play. So there's lots of possibilities, but there's always this fallback, just like with the Stadia controller. There's always this fallback that you don't have to have anything connected to the device, that you can play as a controller here and the screen there, and then possible hardware. Who knows? If they're smart, they'd put out a firmware update to repurpose Google Stadia controllers to target their Wi-Fi instead. But
Yeah. Yes, that would be good, right?
that's what I would
But
do.
I guess we'll see.
If I were Netflix, I would pull a Red Octane and repurpose existing hardware if I could. 'Cause that's what Red Octane did that with the DDR cabinets. They put out their own game, and it fit into and worked in a Dance Dance Revolution cabinet. And then they got sued for it, and they got bought, and there was a whole thing. But repurpose existing hardware, especially hardware that's been abandoned.
Yeah, I think that's great. I'm still waiting for a great repurpose of the QCat, and I know you have a bunch, so we'll figure it out.
Indeed.
But yeah, I think that's great. I mean, I think it's great that you have to pay any extra for this or
Mm-mm.
no? Yeah, so why
Nope.
not?
Part of your existing subscription. Basically, they want to combine the video streaming and the game streaming into one thing, right? With this on your TV, you could stream it. If it's on your mobile device, you can download it. So they want to be a little bit of Xbox and a little bit of Netflix in one subscription. It's an interesting concept. Again, we have not seen this on the TV yet. There is a an alpha or a beta that has been out for a while. The app has been available in the store for a while. We don't know where they are. They have not announced a launch date on this, but honestly, if the launch of the TV thing doesn't come shortly behind this, I'll be surprised. Or
Yeah.
if they pull an Apple or a Microsoft and just go, "Hey, guess what's coming this afternoon?" Like what Microsoft did with Hi-Fi Rush. They announced it at like 10 a.m. and by 2 it was on the Xbox.
Well, always possible.
Yeah. So we'll see. There's information from the people who have been testing about how the technology works and how it works in the app. But we don't have anything official from the company. But fingers crossed. It would be really cool if they launch this with the big picture mode, the TV based game streaming. It would be super cool if those things came together. It would put them in a really interesting place. You and I talk about it all the time, right? The streaming services, there are so many of them. There's subscription fatigue, and everybody's looking for some sort of a hook. If
Yeah, but this is pretty far off from serious cloud gaming, it seems to me.
maybe I have to see it in action, but it's possible. You know, if this is the first three titles that launch and they work well, and they've got other stuff, you know, ready to push right behind it, it could in the right categories, it could, you know, be the thing that makes somebody, if somebody's trying to decide between, you know, Netflix and Hulu or Netflix and Paramount, it could be the decider.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
I'm not convinced, but
Yeah,
sure.
it it's something that we'd have to see because again, it's not out there yet. We'll have to see how it affects the company, but there is the possibility that it could, you know, if they take on the contracts that Google lost, right when Stadia failed, for example, maybe they could build a big catalog real quick, and it could actually be a contender. No telling. We'll definitely. I've been keeping an eye on this. It is a fascinatingly weird move that could be a huge success or a comical failure. Either way, I will definitely have these games on my phone as soon as I can. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of F5 Live Refreshing Technology. If you did, please subscribe to the channel down below, and of course, hit the notification bell because we know that subscriptions don't mean much on YouTube anymore. If you've got topics that you'd like us to talk about in the future, please comment them down below. And if you'd like to not follow us on YouTube, there's lots of ways that you can follow along with our content by going to plughitslive.com/subscribe. There you'll see all of our shows and all of the ways that you can watch, listen, and follow along.